Today we're going to make some patatas bravas, by many considered to be one of the most popular tapas dishes in all of Spain. However, the version we're making today are not the typical ones. We're going to make them how they serve them in the beautiful city of Barcelona. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with patatas bravas, they're basically potatoes that you fry in extra virgin olive oil until they're golden fried, and then you top them off with a spicy paprika-based sauce and some garlic mayo alioli to take things to the next level. Folks, we're talking a ton of delicious flavors, very easy to make, where there's no tricky techniques or special equipment needed, and all done in a little over 30 minutes. Really quick before we start, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Phil Segarra, David Machado, Tommy Williams, Jim Schallert, and Barbara Eastman. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. All right, let's begin by heating a large fry pan with a medium heat and adding in half a cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 120 milliliters. You can use other oils here. It's just extra virgin is what's typically used in Spain, as it gives the potatoes a beautiful lift of flavors. While the oil is heating, I'm going to cut 3 medium-sized potatoes that have already been peeled, washed, and patted dry, each one into bite-sized pieces that are 2 centimeters thick, which is about 3/4 of an inch. For this recipe, I'm using new potatoes, but you can use whatever type of potatoes you like. Then we'll add the potatoes into the hot fry pan. And we'll mix the potatoes around, that way they're all coated in the olive oil. And you don't have to mix them around continuously, but do get in there every 3 to 4 minutes, that way they all evenly fry. While the potatoes are cooking, let's make our spicy brava sauce and our garlic mayo alioli. I'm going to heat a small fry pan with a medium heat, and add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 30 milliliters. After heating the oil for about 3 minutes, we'll turn off the heat, add in 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2.5 grams, half a teaspoon of hot smoked Spanish paprika, which is 1.25 grams, and half a tablespoon of cornstarch, which is 5 grams. And we'll whisk it together until there's no lumps in the mixture. As always, the Spanish paprikas I'm using are from Kiva, which are essential to this recipe. Link where you can get them in the description box below, and if you buy it from that link, you also get 25% off your order. Then once again, we'll heat it with a medium heat, and slowly add in half a cup of vegetable broth, which is 120 milliliters, while whisking it continuously. You can also use chicken broth here if you like. Once all the broth has been whisked in, we'll add in half a teaspoon of white wine vinegar, which is about 3 milliliters, and a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, which is 1.5 grams. And we'll continue to whisk this and go between 3 to 4 minutes until we end up with a slightly creamy sauce. After about 4 minutes, and we've ended up with a slightly creamy sauce, we'll turn off the heat and let it sit there, that way all the flavors can develop. For the next step, let's make our garlic mayo alioli. I'm going to add in half a cup of mayonnaise into a bowl, which is 120 grams. I'm using low-fat mayo here, but you can also use full-fat or even plant-based one to easily veganize this recipe. Then we'll finely grate 2 cloves of garlic. As always, if you don't have a grater, you can just finely mince them. Squeeze in 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice, which is 5 milliliters. And drizzle in 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, which is 15 milliliters. Then we'll season with a kiss of sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll whisk it together until we end up with a beautiful creamy sauce. Okay, let's move back to the potatoes. After frying them between 20 to 25 minutes and they're golden fried all around, they are ready to go. I'm going to start removing the potatoes from the fry pan and transferring them into a dish with paper towels. Then we'll season the potatoes with a kiss of sea salt and add them into a serving dish. Then we'll move back to the spicy brava sauce. I'm going to give it a quick whisk to bring it back together. And as you're going to notice, it's going to have a film on top, which is completely normal. And we'll drizzle some of the sauce over the fried potatoes. Then we'll top it off with some of the garlic mayo alioli. And we'll garnish with fresh parsley. Check it out, Patatas Bravas, how they're served in the beautiful city of Barcelona. Very easy to make, the most beautiful presentation, and all done in a little over 30 minutes. Let's give them a try and see how they turned out. So for those of you that follow Spain on a Fork, you know I'm a huge fan of Patatas Bravas, so this I can't wait to dive into. Here we go. Check that out. It's such an exciting dish. You know, I've had it so many times in my life, and every time I eat it, I absolutely love it. But first things first is the potatoes, light crispy texture on the outside, then you smell it in your mouth on the inside. That Brava sauce, it's got a spicy kick, but it's not overwhelming, and that garlic mayo alioli to balance it out for the perfect balance of goodness. You saw this so easy to make, done a little over 30 minutes. Serve these Patatas Bravas next to an ice cold beer, but more specifically in Estrella Damm, you're gonna have yourself an instant trip to beautiful Barcelona. You enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, as it really helps out the channel. Leave me a comment below, and as always, don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a Fork community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego.